Hey guys, it's Zara, the creator of the Captivating Courtship Code, your relationship coach. Once upon a time, it was a matchmaker, but I'm not doing that anymore. And it's mainly because I discovered my Captivating Courtship Code, and it's honestly just been changing lives. And that makes me feel so fulfilled. And I just want to be able to get this message out to more women. So I'm here with you today to tell you all about the Captivating Courtship Code, what it is, and how you can implement it in your life too. So, through my years of matchmaking and working with spiritual faith based women, I had to really sit down and start mapping out what is going on here. What are some of these common mindsets and behaviors and actions that I'm seeing over and over again with a lot of the women that are coming to me? And what were the shifts and the clear intentional things that my clients that I've worked with who have met their partners, or even for myself, what were the things that we had to start doing differently? And how did we transition with ease and with clarity and with purpose to quickly turn these things around and meet the right men, right? So that is how I sat down and created my Captivating Courtship Code. Now, if you are a nerd girl like me and you love systems and clarity, and you don't like gray areas, right? Because most women don't like gray areas. Having a way to understand how to pivot away from your past relationship attraction patterns, or what I call your wounded passion patterns. Understanding how to heal these things, understanding how to fully own your worth and step into your confidence, and understanding also with real clarity, authentic clarity, who are the right partners for you, where to find them, and how to communicate with them. It's a very priceless skill. And what I've noticed in my clients, when they start to do these things and they start to embody the Captivating Courtship Code, within a few weeks, their confidence is just like increased. They have so much clarity, right? And I'm talking about within like the first 2 or 3 weeks. The clarity on what they've been doing and why it hasn't been working in a very authentic way, where they finally have a deeper understanding of themselves. It's like a light bulb just goes off for them, and the women just, it's like, aha, I finally get it. I finally get what's really been going on with me from deep within. When I'm working with them, and then when they start working through the sabotaging habits in the Captivating Courtship Code, they get the understanding from deep within. We go deep, we go super deep. Okay, but when you open this up and when you have that clarity, then you then understand how to go forward. So it's very powerful and it's very beneficial. The other thing that they do when they develop their steps through the Captivating Courtship Code and they're moving through it, they also finally have that clear game plan. Like, it's like all of a sudden they now know who are the right partners for them. It's actually not all of a sudden, because it's very intentional work that we do, but they now understand who are the right partners for them. It's like I always tell people, you can't sell a vegan a hamburger and expect them to buy it. And a lot of times women are wasting their time, and I understand because I've been there before, right? But wasting your time trying to sell a person on who you are or your worth or the love and the commitment and the marriage and all those things that you want, but you're not positioned in front of the right person. So as they're working through the Captivating Courtship Code, they finally have steps, they have clarity, and they have an authentic understanding of who are the right partners for them, and they know what to do from here on out. So it is something that is definitely my secret sauce. Is definitely something that I value so much, and seeing how women are changing their love lives and understanding how to court. And unfortunately, the reality is most of us never learned how to court. No one taught us what that meant, right? We understand dating and we understand how to get attention, maybe, but most women, most people just never learned what that actually should look like, so that they are courting with a purpose and so that they are courting towards marriage. So it can be a big stumbling block, and you don't have to stumble forward if you don't want to. So I'm going to go further into detail tomorrow about some things that my clients were struggling with. I mean, I have my client Tony, who she really struggled with avoiding. Like, she was struggling with avoiding intimacy. She would tend to shut down, get really nervous, not take a lot of action, even if it was a man that she was interested in, even if it was a man that she thought might be a potential for marriage. And she really did desire marriage, but she didn't know how to show up and communicate in a way that was going to allow her to get closer to it. I also had another client named Rhonda, who she knew that her pattern, she had what I call the sexual pattern, and she really struggled with being able to show up in her worth and not always falling into these same sexual patterns during courtship. And even though she knew what she needed to do and she knew she was struggling with problems, she didn't know how to pivot away from it. So when she learned the Captivating Courtship Code and when we worked together, not only did she understand how to pivot away from those patterns with a higher sense of confidence and self-worth and being able to do it authentically, where she wasn't being too aggressive or too assertive towards the man. She was really just stepping into her power. But she also understood now where to start meeting the right partners for her, how to communicate her values to the right partner, and who is going to naturally see her value. And within just a few months of consistently showing up and following the steps to position herself, she met her husband. So I'm going to go more into detail about just some of the different things that my clients have struggled with, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that tomorrow. But until then, I want you to go ahead into the Captivating Courtship Code Facebook group and make sure that you join so we can keep the discussion going.